Thank you for purchasing a dedication ad for your student. These tributes are an excellent way to congratulate your student for a job well done. In this video, we'll be talking about how to design and submit your dedication ad. Once you've completed your purchase, you will need to accept the invitation from PLICBooks to set up your login information. This was sent to the email address you entered upon checkout. If the invitation is not in your inbox, please check your spam or junk folder. There are a couple of things to keep in mind when creating your dedication. First, you must design your ad on a desktop or laptop for best results. You will also need to create and submit the ad by the specified deadline provided to you by your school in order for it to be included in the yearbook. Failure to submit the ad by the deadline will result in your ad not being in the book. Now we get to jump into the fun part. This is where you're going to be designing your ad. I'll take you around this kind of design screen here just so you know what to look for. First things first is this is going to be an entire page of the book. What you have purchased is going to be outlined by this little dotted line here. As this little message says, it's not guaranteed to be placed in the top left of the page. It's up to your yearbook advisor as to where that design is going to go, just based upon size and also availability as well. So just for design purposes, you will be designing it up in the upper left-hand corner. Over on the left-hand side, you will see all of your design elements, which we'll go over in a second. And you'll also see a tab here for images, and that's where we're going to start. So if you click on images, this is where you're going to upload the images that you are going to place on your dedication ad. I already have a picture in here as well, but I'm going to go ahead and upload a new picture just so you can see how easy that process is. You're going to click on this little blue plus sign here, and it's going to ask you how you want to upload your pictures. You can upload them from your Google Drive, you can upload them from your Instagram, which is super helpful, and you can also upload them from your computer. So that's what I'm going to do, is just upload them from my computer, and I'm going to click on upload your photos. So I am just going to find one other picture. Let's see, I'll do this one, and click on open, click on start uploading, and it's super quick and easy. At this point, you can upload more photos from this screen, or you can click close and then click on this blue button if you ever wanted to upload more. Now that I have my images, I'm going to go jump back into the design elements here. First things first is I want to add a background color to my dedication ad. If you don't add a background color, it would actually be transparent, and your dedication verbiage and the name may get lost just based upon the dedication backgrounds that your school has chosen for those specific pages. So I would definitely add a color to make your dedication ad stand out a little bit better. So in order to do that, I'm going to drag a shape onto my canvas here. So simple drag, click your mouse, drag it, and unclick your mouse to drop it back onto the page. In order to increase the size, you'll just click on these little blue notches here and pull it all the way so it covers your entire canvas. If you click on it again, you'll get all of these fun little toolbar functionalities. So each toolbar you'll see is specific to the element that you have selected. So I have my shape selected. These are all of the things that I can do with my shape. I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to click on color here, and then I'm just going to make it a black background because I'm going to create a lot more colors with the other elements. So I'm just going to make it black here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over a Candid Placeholder. This is a lot easier to do rather than pulling on your images, right off the bat. If you create these dedication Candid Placeholders, it allows you to control the size of the picture. So I'm just going to increase this because I think I'm only going to use one picture in my dedication ad. So I'm just going to increase this just like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is drag my image into that box. So I'm going to come back into my images tab here, And I think I'm going to use this fun little picture with their green shirts. So I'm going to put that there. And as you can see, the top of their heads are getting a little bit cut off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop the image in order for it to show properly in the space. So if you click on it and then you click on this crop image tool, you're able to just click and drag this up in order to really capture the entire picture, so nothing is really getting cut off. It's okay if maybe their legs are getting cut off a little bit, but if the top of their heads are getting cut off, it looks a little strange. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and there's my picture. And I think my picture just needs a little bit something extra in order for it to stand out a little bit. So I'm going to click on my picture again, and I'm going to add a border to my picture. Over here is what is called a stroke, and it's basically another fancy term for border. And here you'll select your colors, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go with that vibrant green, just like their shirts. So there's that. I'm going to click on the size scaling so it's equally the same size around the entire picture. And then maybe I will just put it on a minimum, just so it's a little bit of a border and not too much. So there's my border. The next thing I want to do is maybe add their names. So I'm going to come back into the design elements, click on this new text element and drag it over to the page. And I am going to change the font color to match that border. And then I'm also going to change the font. So I'm going to change the font to this luckiest guy here. And I'm going to go ahead and type their names. Okay, maybe make it a little bit bigger. And increase the size of the text box to accommodate my text. And all right, so I have their name here. The next thing I'm going to do is obviously write a congratulatory message, because that's what this dedication is all about. It's just to really tell them what a great job they did this year and to keep it up. So I'm going to write that now. What I would suggest doing is finding a more, an easier font to read for the dedication message itself. You can always do a decorative font for their name or something like that, but in order for it to be a little bit more legible, especially at a smaller type font, I would suggest using something just a little bit more simple. And I think I'm going to change the color to white, and I'm going to adjust the text box because I know that I'm going to type a little bit of a longer message than their name. So I'm going to say, congratulations, James and Michael. All right, now that my message is typed, I'm gonna maybe make this into a center alignment. So there is my dedication ad, and at this point you can be done. What you can also do is add a little bit more to spice up the ad a little bit. So I'm going to jump over into the clip art by just navigating through these arrows here. There's a clip art section. And once you're there, you can select the albums, different, folders of different types of design of clip art. And I think I'm going to jump into this level up because it's more of like a video game theme. So maybe this hand would be cute. Oops. And you want to be careful to not hover over a clip art into that photo box because it will replace the photo, as you saw. So I would just kind of jump it over to this, the edge of the dedication a little bit. And maybe just put that there. Maybe I will put some little stars here. copy that and put that over here. So I think my dedication ad is done. I'm pretty happy with the design. You can add more if you want. You can always add more pictures. I would definitely suggest, for a quarter page ad, maybe up to 4 or 5 pictures. For a eighth of a page, maybe max it out at 3 so you have a little bit of room to put your message. But overall, I think this looks really, really nice. So as you can see down here, it does highlight the number of days you have until you have to submit it for, the yearbook submission date. So in order to get this into the book, you will need to click on this Finalize and Submit button. So I'm going to do that now. It's going to just say, hey, once you submit, this action cannot be undone. So make sure you look it over. Make sure there's nothing, misspelled or anything like that. I proofed it pretty well, so I think it's good to go. And then I'm going to click on I understand and wish to continue. And then click OK, and your ad has been submitted. Just to reiterate the fact that you need to submit your dedication in order or by that specified deadline in order for it to be included in the yearbook. If you miss that deadline, there is no guarantees that the yearbook committee will open that store back up in order for you to do it, just because your yearbook committee has their own deadlines as well. So just if you can, be super diligent about hitting those deadlines, because it's just super courteous for your yearbook committee in order to get those books by when they want them. So that's pretty much it. It's a super, super easy and user-friendly software to use. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us with that contact information that's on your dedication sales flyer. We would be more than happy to assist you, walking you through the dedication process. But in the meantime, I hope you have fun, and congrats to all of the promoting students, and we can't wait to see what you design. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.